Hey everybody, how you doing? It's been quite a while since I did a video, so I thought I'd just drop in and say hello, give you an update on what's been going on with me lately. So get right into it. This is the 22nd of November, 2020, and this is SITREP 48. So it's been 6 months since my surgery on the 28th of April. So Friday, what was it, the 18th, I guess, or 20th? I went in for my six month PET scan. So right now I have absolutely no feedback from that. I don't know. I'd imagine here tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday or something, I'll find out what's going on with it. I feel pretty good. I mean, all things considered. As you know from the previous video, I kind of check my throat and my neck pretty frequently to, if nothing else, just to keep things kind of soft and subtle. So I haven't felt anything out of the ordinary, and that's what my docs told me would be the first thing that I see. So swallowing is still a challenge. The pain in my jaw is still not good. I think my pain doc and I kind of settled on a dose for morphine, to the amount I need to take before I do my stretches every night. I don't like it because it causes constipation, to be honest with you. So I might try and drop it down just a little bit. So I'm still trying to find that kind of happy medium, but overall the dose is enough to where it's taking away the pain and making my stretching exercises a little more palatable. So I was on Veterans Day. I've been looking for a hobby. I mean, I play guitar, but one of the side effects of my treatment was numbness in fingers, and my pinky and ring finger on both hands are numb, so I can't feel the strings. And playing the guitar is kind of a hassle, especially I prefer to play electric guitar. Playing acoustic guitar is great. I mean, I love it, but you have to stay on top of it because it builds calluses, and it reduces the tenderness of your fingers because you have to push in those strings much harder than you do on an electric. So because I don't play it acoustic enough, I prefer to play electric. But say you have to drag that out, you have to plug things in, it's just kind of a hassle. It takes up a lot of space. So long story short, I was looking for some kind of other hobby to do. So I'm going through these, list of 20 best, hobbies for guys and blah blah. But I came across one that kind of caught my eye. It's drone flying, right? So just flight in general just captures the imagination, right? And I thought, yeah, man, that's kind of cool, So I started digging into it, looking at different kind of drones and stuff like that. And the next thing you know, I come across a bunch of articles that are talking about flying drones commercially for money. So one thing leads to another. The next thing you know, I'm looking into what it takes to become a certified drone pilot. And then I scheduled my FAA, drone pilot certificate test, which is proctored and all that. You have to pay, it's $100 for this test. So I did it for the following week. I don't know what I was thinking, but I went and took the test and I passed. So now I am a certified, bona fide drone pilot, commercial drone pilot. So, and then I'm like, well, what am I going to do with that? So this past week I started up a commercial drone company called Black Stripe Drone. That's Black Stripe Drone. My website is up and running. You can check me out there. The state hasn't. I applied for my limited liability corporation or company license, and the state hasn't approved that yet. That's holding up a lot of things, right? Because I can't get a bank account in the company's name. until I have those articles of organization, I think is what they call it. You know, you have to prove that you're a bona fide business, right? Because if not, you could be kind of what do they call them, a shadow company or whatever, where people can launder money. So that's how the banks protect themselves from allowing that. So I'm waiting on that primarily, so I can start my business bank account, so I can link. They have services that they provide for businesses, and you put that link to whatever service they provide on your website, and then people can just go to your pricing menu and select the goods and services that they want, and then they go, puts it in their cart, and they pay. That's how all that works, right? So that's kind of what I'm waiting on. So today is Sunday, so I'm hoping by Thanksgiving that will be all solidified, and then I can get with the bank and get all that squared away, and then I can put the link on my website, so I can start getting paid. So, but this is just in my free time, right? Some of these things, you'll see them on my website. If you go there, you'll see that one of the specialties, or one of the things that I'm going to specialize in, is real estate imaging. So not only can I put the drone in the air and take footage above the house and around the house and kind of swoop into the front door, give you an idea of what the property looks from the air, but I will also have the capability to take 360-degree images of all the rooms in the house, and I'll be affiliated with the company that has software that I upload those images to, and they stitch all those images together, and they provide three things as an output to the customer. And by the way, all that data is stored on their cloud, right? So all I get back and give to the customer is a link. So the first thing that you get is one of those 3D tours. If you go and you look at real estate that is for sale or for rent, the nice ones, I have a little box that says 3D tour or 3D home or something like that on it. You click on that, and it basically brings you to the front door. You have a little arrow or a symbol, you click that, and it brings you in the front door to the foyer, and then any room or direction that's off of that, it will have an arrow for each one of those paths you can go on. You click on that, it brings you into that room, and you can grab the image, and you can spin it around. You can look up the ceiling, down at the floor, all kinds of cool capability. You put labels on stuff. If there's a widescreen TV there, you can put the size of it. You know, if you're selling a property and the fridge is there, you can, put a label that says that fridge comes with the property, things like that. The one kind of weird thing, but also kind of cool, is that the fisheye lens on the camera actually captures its feet, the tripod. So one of the things you can do in the labeling is you can actually put branding there. So you can put, I can put my company's logo there. You can put the real estate company's logo there, whatever you want. So that's kind of neat. All kinds of cool capability. You can virtually stage the home, where you can put furniture in the house. It's all digital, but it looks really, really great. The name of the service that I'm going to use is called iSpy 360. It's out of the UK. It's just a monthly fee for that service. And then some of the add-ons, actually I think the only additional add-on that they charge for is the virtual staging. So that's like $80 a pop, which is pretty expensive. But if you have a nice home and you want that capability, it might be worth the $80. So anyway, so that was the start of the business. So in some of my other research, I found out that a lot of small businesses use Facebook as a means to network and get business, right? So I'm not a big Facebook, Twitter guy. I think a lot of people in my age group, by the way, I'm not a boomer. I'm considered a Joneser. And if you're, mid to late 50s or above, or actually just below that, you might want to check out the Jonesers. But anyway, I wanted to do a Facebook, what do they call it? Facebook Business Manager. Which is obviously just a Facebook page for businesses, right? But in order to do that, you have to have a personal Facebook account. So after much personal deliberation, I decided to take the plunge, and I started my own Facebook page. So right off the bat, it was a weird thing. Like, as soon as I typed in my pertinent information, my date of birth and that, Um, the system showed me a recommended username, and it was my first name dot last name and like 39. And I'm like, there isn't even 39 of my family in this country, I'm pretty sure. Never mind me. Now my son is a junior, so I thought, well, he has the prime real estate because he already has an account, right? So he got the one without the space. So I messed around a little bit and I came up with my proper name instead of a nickname, and then space my last name, right? So it seemed to work. It did work, and I was able to go into the account. The first thing I did was lock it down. Only friends can do this. Only friends can do that. All that kind of stuff. So cool. I did that. I got out of it, and I said, okay, now it's time to make my Facebook Business Manager. So I went in there, and I tried to make the account, and it said it's too soon. Try back in an hour or so. I'm like, okay. So a couple hours later, I went back in, and it said that there was a problem, and that I had to submit some kind of picture identification. And I'm thinking, that's weird. Why would they need that? And I'm like, okay, well, whatever. So I sent a picture of the front of my driver's license, because it said it needed my address, I think, or whatever it was. So I sent it, and I checked back the next day. I logged into my personal account, or I went to log in, and it said that my account had been disabled for violation of the community guidelines. Excuse me. So I'm thinking, what the heck did I do? Like, obviously, so it was good enough to make the account, but then, or the information that I provided was good enough to make the account, but then when I tried to make the business account, somehow it's had a conflict with my primary account, my personal account. So I'm like, what the heck? So there's a little button there that said that you could, what was the word they used? You could request a review. So I said, yeah, I request a review, right? And almost instantly, it came back and it said that we already reviewed the decision, and it cannot be reversed. We already reviewed the decision, and it cannot be reversed. So essentially, my Facebook account has been permanently disabled. Like I have no, I didn't even send what do you call it? Not a tweet. What do you call that?
Friend request.
I never got or sent or received a friend request. All I did was log on. There was no picture, nothing. And so somehow in less than, in probably about 12 hours, I managed to get banished from Facebook. So I don't know how that is. So so I'm thinking, what the hell's going on here, right? So I'm trying to figure out how, who to contact. Obviously, there's a misunderstanding, right? Like I'm an upstanding American citizen. I don't break the law. Or anything like that, right? So I quickly discovered that there's no email, there's no telephone number, there is no way to contact anybody to, go over issues like this, right? The closest you can get is to go on the community, what do they call it? Whatever it's called, and basically find out. Hopefully somebody in the hierarchy or somebody in the organization will see your plight and will take up your case, right? But other than that, there's no recourse. So I happen to find this one website on the web that listed emails for like the top 3 people in Facebook. So I'm thinking, all right. So I sent an email. It was to these guys right here, Zuckerberg, and his chief product officer and his chief operating officer, right? So almost instantly, I get this back, basically saying that I'm not authorized to contact the Zuck, right? I don't have permission to contact him. How convenient is that? So the dude that runs the company sets up a company so you can't email or call anybody, and you can't even email him. Like, unreal, right? So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but we'll see if the CPO and the COO take up my case. But I mean, I wasn't nasty or anything in the email. It's just kind of like, hey guys, I think there's been a mistake. Like, obviously I did something wrong. I mean, for all I know, maybe I put a fake like birthday in there. Because I mean, why do I want Facebook to know my birthday? Do you know what I'm saying? So I think maybe I did that, and then they thought maybe I was my son. So then they just wanted to verify my birthday, and when I sent in my driver's license, they seen that it was wrong. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, right? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I'm in Facebook. I'm in Facebook jail, or whatever you call it, Facebook hell. I don't know. So oddly enough, a couple of people I know are on Parlor, and so I thought, okay, well that's another one. It's not Facebook and Twitter. It's kind of like that, right? But it's probably more centrist. I think Facebook and Twitter kind of lean toward the left. You know, they're kind of strict on things, and kind of foo-foo and way too PC for me. So anyway, Parler is a little less PC, a little less stringent on the First Amendment, right? Your First Amendment rights, and they allow you to say more, which is the way this country was made to be, by the way, in case you didn't know. But on the company that hosts my website, GoDaddy, they don't offer Parler as an option in my social media selections. Twitter is there, and Facebook is there, and Pinterest, and what's the other ones? You know, whatever, right? But you can't get Parler. And I seen a couple of pretty nasty articles about Parler on the web too, saying that it's alt-right. You know all the things they say about anybody that's right of the center, alt-right, social, not socialist. You know what I'm saying? All the ridiculous, ridiculous accusations and identities they try to pin on people and things. So anyway, so there it is, Black Stripe drone, baby. We're up and running. Actually, not up and running totally. We do have the website. My phone, I get my phone number tomorrow, but I went with, what do you call it? Twiggle? Twiggins? Twigby? Twigby, I think is the name of it. It's only like $15 a month. I had to pay $100 and a couple dollars for the phone. It's an LG, pretty decent, stylish kind of phone. And unlimited talk and text. And I think up to 5 gigs of data, or 3 gigs of data for $15 a month. So, but it's kind of like Facebook, right? It's an internet company, so that you can't call them, you can't email them. All you can do is the little chat thing on the bottom. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know, but I just wanted to keep the company separate from my personal affairs as much as possible. So anyway, that's it. Hey, if you need some real estate imaging or some drone services, you don't want to climb up the rickety ladder to get on that roof, check us out at Black Stripe Drone. Hey guys, it's good talking to you. Be safe out there. Be cool. And we'll talk to you soon, all right?